Bintador Yacht, the 50-meter hybrid that turns the ocean down. Picture this. You're on a dock in the Med, sun bouncing off teak, and a 49.9-meter Tancoa slides in like it owns the horizon. That's Bintador. And here's the hint I'm planting right now. The most expensive thing on this yacht isn't the marble vibe, the designer furniture, or the tech. It's the silence. Stay with me, because by the end, you'll see how quiet became the smartest flex in modern super yachting. Why Bintador exists. Bintador was delivered in 2019 by Tancoa Yachts, built in aluminum for both hull and superstructure. The exterior design comes from Francesco Paskowski, with interiors developed alongside Margherita Caspreni. That pairing matters because the yacht feels modern without feeling trendy. It's not chasing whatever looks good this season. It's built to look expensive 10 years from now, too. And I'll be honest, a lot of yachts in the 50-meter class try to win with volume alone. Bigger windows, more angles, louder shapes. Bintador feels like somebody edited out the noise and kept only what looks clean, athletic, and timeless. It's the kind of yacht that doesn't scream for attention, but still gets it. Design that looks fast, standing still. From the profile, Bintador reads long, low, and precise. She looks fast even when she's parked. The trick is that she has real interior space without looking bulky. With a beam around 9.40 meters, she carries serious width for her length, which shows up in the way the decks feel open instead of squeezed. Step inside, and the mood shifts to private residence. Warm materials, restrained lighting, and spaces that feel designed for living, not just quick walk-through videos. This is the yacht version of flipping your phone to Do Not Disturb, except the ocean is your wallpaper. The hybrid heart, the real flex. Here's where Bintador separates herself. She's built around a hybrid propulsion system with 4 operating modes. That's not a marketing gimmick. It changes how the yacht feels under your feet. In diesel-electric mode, she can cruise up to about 10.5 knots with the main engines off, using electric motors powered by variable speed generators. That's the quiet confidence setting, less vibration, less noise, and an onboard atmosphere that feels more like a high-end hotel than a machine room with sofas on top. In this mode, the range story gets wild. It's been presented at roughly 4,900 nautical miles. Hybrid mode is a different kind of clever. One main engine can generate electrical power to run the opposite electric motor for propulsion, while also covering hotel needs, letting the yacht cruise around 12 knots with a range around 4,000 nautical miles, and without needing diesel generators running during navigation. Traditional mode is the straightforward muscle. Both main engines push the yacht into the mid-teens. And booster mode is the "We're late, let's move" button. Engines and the electrical side working together to reach a top speed around 18 knots. Here's why this matters in real life. On many yachts, you can still feel the machine in the background. A low hum, a subtle vibration. A reminder that you're sitting on a very expensive piece of engineering. Bintador is designed to dial that down. And when luxury gets quieter, it feels more expensive. Also, if I owned this yacht, I'd absolutely be that person who whispers, "Listen." And when everyone says, "Listen to what?" I'd grin and say, "Exactly." The onboard flow, where people actually spend time. Bintador is configured for up to 10 guests across 5 staterooms, supported by a crew of about 9. The owner's suite is the headline. It's on the main deck, full beam, and it's designed like a private apartment with lounge and office space. Then you get the detail that turns it from nice into wow. A fold-out balcony terrace on the starboard side, plus a large opening window on the port side. That sounds simple until you realize how much it changes the feeling of the suite. You're not just looking at the sea, you're connected to it. Down on the lower deck, the guest accommodations keep the tone consistent. Polished, comfortable, and not overstyled. It's the kind of interior you can actually relax in. Not the kind of space where you're scared to touch anything because it looks like a showroom. The deck life, beach club energy, jacuzzi nights, and the helipad moment. Modern superyachts live and die by the outdoor lifestyle, and Bintador gets it. The beach club is the emotional center. The transom folds out to create a wide swim platform, and that whole zone is set up to feel like a private seaside lounge, perfect for morning dips, afternoon toys, and that "we're not going back to shore" kind of day. It's also designed to flex into gym and spa energy when you're anchored somewhere perfect. Up top, the flow is built for long afternoons and slow evenings. The upper deck and sky lounge give you that indoor-outdoor rhythm. Shade when you want it, breeze when you don't. The fly deck delivers the classic superyacht formula. Bar setup, sunbeds, and a generous jacuzzi that turns sunset into an event. And yes, the foredeck has a touch-and-go helipad. No, most owners aren't landing a helicopter every day. But it's a statement. This yacht is designed for a life where arriving can be part of the show. Key specifications. The numbers behind the feeling. Bintador's length overall is 49.90 meters, with a 9.40-meter beam and a draft around 2.21 meters. She sits right at 499 gross tons, and that's not an accident. The under 500 GT sweet spot is a big deal in this size class because it can influence crewing and operational flexibility. Full load displacement is around 391 tons. Fuel capacity is about 57,300 liters, and freshwater capacity around 16,200 liters. Numbers that help explain how a yacht like this stays comfortable and capable away from the dock. Power comes from twin MTU 8 V4000 M54 engines, roughly 895 kilowatts each, paired with electric motors around 300 kilowatts. Top speed is about 18 knots. The cruising world lives in the low to mid-teens, with 12 knots often used as the efficiency benchmark for that 4,000 nautical mile range figure. And here's a detail people love to debate: fuel burn. Real consumption depends on load, sea state, and how you're running hotel power. But Bintador has been presented with efficiency claims like roughly 70 liters per hour at 10 knots, including onboard electricity generation. Even if you treat that as best case, the bigger truth stands. Hybrid isn't just a headline here. It's part of the yacht's personality. The money talk, price, costs, and the part nobody posts. Let's be honest, buying the yacht is just the opening move. Bintador's market value has been reported in the mid-20 million euro range, with an asking figure around 25.5 million euro during a brokerage sale period. In U.S. terms, depending on exchange rates and timing, that's roughly the high $20 million neighborhood. The annual reality is where superyachts become a full-time financial sport. A common industry guideline is that operating costs often land around 5 to 10% of the yacht's value per year, sometimes higher depending on usage. On a yacht like this, that can mean a few $1,000,000 annually once you add crew, insurance, maintenance, dockage, refits, and fuel. Fuel alone can swing hard, run at higher speeds, reposition between seasons, or keep tenders and toys constantly active, and your weekend starts looking like a luxury car payment per day. And maintenance? On a superyacht, a small fix usually means marine-grade parts, specialized labor, and schedules that involve shipyards, not service centers. Why Bintador still matters. My take is simple. Bintador represents the modern version of luxury. Not just bigger, not just louder. Better decisions. The hybrid system isn't only about being green, it's about the feel of the yacht, calmer cruising, quieter nights, and a more refined atmosphere on board. Pair that with Paskowski's clean styling, and you get a yacht that looks athletic but civilized, like a tailored suit that also happens to float. The reveal. So, what was that expensive thing I teased at the beginning? It's the silence. Engineered silence. The kind that makes a moving yacht feel like a private penthouse. Bintador proves the real flex isn't noise. It's control. Now I want to hear from you. If you had the choice, would you pick a yacht like Bintador, sleek, hybrid, quietly powerful, or would you go for something bigger and louder that turns every marina into a stage? Drop your answer in the comments, because I read them and your picks shape future videos. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit like so YouTube knows you want more luxury yacht deep dives, subscribe for what's next, and tap join if you want members-only extras. And if you want to support the channel directly, Super Thanks is the quickest way to keep these investigations coming. Think of it as a tip that turns into the next video.